What is up, everyone? Please take a second to hit that like button. The more likes that we get in a short period of time, the more people the algorithm will bring into the chat to come hang out with us and see what's going on. So please hit that like button and let me know how you're doing.
Communicate in any way or access any site respecting the case. And let's strike the jurors as necessary. All of the jurors' numbers have been exhibited to the defendant, I believe.
Yes,
and they're paper-clipped together now. And then please put them in the tumbler, and the bailiff will rotate it, and then the defendant will draw out 6 of the numbers.
Do you want me to leave them as is, Judge? Or do I
No, just separate them. And the names which are drawn out will be the jurors who will be dismissed.
As I call your number, you please stand up. Number 11, number 58, number 14, number 45, number 9, and number 52. And then if you'll follow the bailiff into the back room.
After the other jurors go upstairs, bring them back in.
What's up, everyone?
All right, members of the jury, it is for you to determine whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty of each of the offenses charged. You must make a finding as to each count in the information. Each count charges a separate crime, and you must consider each one separately. Your verdict for the crime charged on one count must not affect your verdict on any other. As I indicated, I think yesterday, that you must return only one verdict for each count of the information. If you need to communicate with me while you are in deliberation, please send a note through the bailiff, which is signed by the presiding juror whom you've elected. In the event that you have questions, I will talk with the attorneys before answering, so it may take some time. You should continue your deliberations while you await an answer. I will answer any questions in writing or orally here in open court. When you have agreed upon your verdict, have it signed and dated by the presiding juror as to each count, and all of you return with the verdict to the court. Bailiffs? You solemnly swear that you will keep all persons sworn on this jury together in some private and convenient place, and that you will not speak to them nor permit anyone else to speak to them concerning the state of their deliberations or the verdicts upon which they have agreed, so help you God. I do. Okay. All right, folks, you can retire to consider your verdicts.
How long do you guys think it's going to take for the jury to come up with a verdict? And Shakespeare wrote, "Parting, as they say, is such sweet sorrow." You've been wonderful jurors, and we couldn't have asked for a higher quality jury, better jurors, more attentive jurors, more prompt jurors. And it is, with this. And then when you take them up, you can take that up too. There have been rare instances, sometimes in cases you'd recognize by their importance, where jurors have been restored to the jury after having been dismissed. So that is conceivable it would happen in this case. It's not likely, but in fact, it's quite unlikely, but it's possible. So I'm going to ask that you continue with the instruction that you not discuss the case with anyone, not even amongst the six of you. You can't deliberate at all or discuss the case in any way. You can't read, watch, or listen to any account of the trial. Did some of you bring laptops? No? Well, I feel badly about that, because I had a jury some years ago that was in a similar situation, and the extra jurors were, all they had to watch was daytime TV, and I'm afraid I can't even arrange that for you. But I don't know, maybe there was something about some movies or something, wasn't there? I hope they appeal to everyone.
Laura, I don't know, Becky's gone this morning.
Well, anyway, we'll see what we can do to give you some kind of entertainment. And but in the meantime, please adhere to those rules, and we're not going to sequester anybody or anything at this particular point. So, and I hope that they have a comfortable place arranged. I understand they do. So, any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Are we allowed to get our belongings?
Yes, in fact, I'm having the bailiff escort you up there now, and while you're there, you're not to have any conversation with the other jurors, okay? Anything else? Okay, fine. Thank you very much. And give those to the jurors, yes. All right, anything else now before you'll, I'll leave it at that. Anything? Stay within 10 minutes from here in case there's questions or something. Okay. Thank you.
All right. I guess we're on standby until they come back. Thank you so much, Jagger. I really appreciate the donation and support. And thank you so much, Bones Mama, for the bits. You're awesome. Thank you. Good morning, Todd. Well, I don't think there's any reason to staying live, waiting on people to get together. I think what I'll do is I'll just get everything set up, and then whenever they come up with whatever they're going to do, we'll just go live. And then we'll see what the White House is doing. I guess we'll cover the White House stuff today too if we're waiting on the jury still. What's up, White Wolf? Court TV is talking about they want Kyle in prison. Good Lord. What's up, Cynthia J? Your dog's growling at my beats. That's probably because of the bass frequencies. Thank you so much, Red Zot. I really appreciate your donation and your support. Thank you for being here. What's up, Gold Blooded? Chesty, I don't I don't see the point of staying live. We don't have anything going on. Matt, yeah, we'll do the pledge before we wrap it up. Thank you so much, Honky Kong, for continuing on the membership program for 4 months. You're officially a hooligan. What's up, RV Sarah? Cookie, no, I'm not doing no freestyling. You guys are so funny. What's up, Roberto? What's up, Kimberly? They just got the 12 jurors. Now we're waiting for them to come up with a verdict. Parabellum, who is that? What's up, Shane? They picked the jurors, and now we're just waiting on them to come up with a verdict. What's up, Jay Wright? And what's up, Cindy? Good morning, Clover Bear. Is that going on right now, Parabellum? What's up, Jancy? Good morning, Snooks. Red Zod, I'm not sure what you're talking about. What's up, Gary Zampalo? I'm sure the big guy's got himself a gravy IV already. It's gonna be a long day. What's up, Norman? What's up, Paul? Thanks for being here, Douglas. Parabellum, it's on Fox. I'll have to check it out. Sheepdog Pleb, do I think the judge will step in if the jury gets feared into a guilty plea because of the mob? No, I don't think so. I don't think that they would. I don't know. They've already had jurors having pictures taken of them and recordings and all kinds of stuff like that. And the judge hasn't said anything about that really. So I don't think so. I don't think so. What's up, Nicotine Son? No, we're going to wrap this up. I'm not going to sit here and just ramble on for unknown amounts of time until they come back. We'll figure out other stuff that's going on and we'll come back. I'll get everything set up ahead of time so we can just come back and go live and I won't have to be late or anything like that. What's up, MH? Shane, I think with as much talking as the judge does, I think most likely we will have some sort of notification before they come back with the verdict. I'm going to just try and hang out at the house because when it happened with the George Floyd trial, I wasn't near the house when the verdict happened. So I covered everything except for the verdict. So I'm going to try and just hang out at the house. And when they show up, we'll show up. And what's up, Heavy Metal Halls? Red Zot, we have a lot of that footage in the Discord. I don't know if you're part of the Discord. We have a Kyle trial tab that has tons of stuff in it. And I'm sure if there was like a specific video you were looking for, I'm sure you could ask the hooligans and they would be able to find it and put it in the tab. What's up, Wild Turkey? Go Jump. We did a poll on how long the jury will take to come up with a verdict. And when I just asked, people's answer was all over the place. I couldn't provide enough answers to capture all that. Dragon Cloud, I'll check it out. I have a ton of notifications I have to go through. Yes, Liberty Sweetheart, we're gonna do the pledge here in a second. Yeah, sheepdog pleb. I think it's obviously self-defense as well. But that doesn't mean that's what the jury thinks. It depends how many of them are BLMers, protesters, anything like that. That's going to really be what moves the jury. Otherwise, I think anybody who seen all the footage and put themselves in Kyle's shoes, I think that they would realize it's self-defense. What's up, Adam? I'm doing pretty good. I hope you are too. What's up, Pat? Yeah, man, I follow almost all the BLM protesters and live streamers and stuff like that. I'd know if there was going to be riots and stuff like that. I still don't think there's going to be. I don't think there's going to be as many mad people as everyone thinks. But maybe I'll be wrong and we'll have tons of footage to cover again with all the protesting. I've been talking with people about this when I'm not live, and I feel like if you look at the little dude who was starting all the problems and saying the N-word in the middle of a BLM riot, first of all, what is the BLM people gonna say? They're gonna show up and riot, okay? What are they gonna riot about? Because a white kid shot 3 other white kids? Never seen BLM riot over stuff like that before, so that would be weird. What are they gonna chant? All their chants are based on race. This isn't a race-based thing, so highly unlikely BLM is gonna show up out of this. So then you're saying like, well, maybe it'll be Antifa. Okay, so they're gonna show up and riot over Kyle shooting a short guy yelling the N-word in the middle of a BLM riot? That's the hill they're gonna die on? I don't think so. I personally don't think so. I don't think they're coming to riot over the guy yelling the N-word being shot. I don't think they're coming to riot over the felon with a handgun who got his arm blown off. I just feel like these people who got hit aren't important enough for 1,000 college students to come out dressed in black and start burning the city down. I'm not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe we'll have full-blown riots and we'll be up every night covering them. Who knows? What's up, Jesse? Sheepdog pleb. I don't think there's a whole lot of things to corral here in the case anymore. I think the jury is going to just come up with a decision and the judge is going to hand it down. I don't think there's going to be any handling going on. I don't think so. I could be wrong. I wish I could say your name so I could say good morning to you. Good morning, X. What's up, Ken? I thought about coming up with some free as fuck shirts. I just don't know if I can. I don't think it's copywritten. I don't think it can be copywritten. Just because they're average words. But I also don't want it to reference anything. Like, people always ask like why we don't have like fuck around and find out shirts. It's because it's too closely related with Proud Boys. I don't want people thinking that my brand is affiliated with, you know, what they do and stuff. Morning, Granny Flowers. What's up, Dennis? What's up, Soapbox Luke? A 4 Doors More Horror shirt. I've thought about that too. I'm surprised I'm not seeing more people like change their username to that. Wayne Gordon, there's someone live outside the courthouse. Maybe we'll check that out. Good morning, Robert. See if I can find some footage going on outside the courthouse. I see there was people there last night, which I didn't realize that was going on. The Family Soup was there, and they got chased out of Minnesota. I don't know. Last I seen of them, there was protesters at their garden they took over in the middle of downtown Minnesota, and Family Soup was there, and some BLMers showed up and chased him out, said he was some sort of CSC offender. That was the last time I seen the Family Soup even live. So they must have came out to Kenosha. I'm not seeing any live streamers outside the courthouse. Good morning, Donna. Well, I guess there's like 20 people outside. CJ was streaming last night. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much going on right now. The live streamer that's there is using YouTube. I don't know if I want to mess with that. Because YouTube gives you a notification to strike people and stuff. And so a lot of times I don't cover when people are on YouTube because I don't need people messing with me because they don't know the law, and YouTube doesn't care about the law. Ryan, I don't know if YouTube will censor me today just because there's not so much stuff going on. With them doing their final arguments yesterday, I'm not really surprised they were coming after me like that. It's usually when there's a lot of information coming out that they don't want anyone to know. Like I would go weeks with protesting and it'd be totally fine, and then on the weekend, like on Friday, we would have a hearing about election irregularities, and then the whole day I'd be getting shut down and all that stuff. And then Saturday we'd have riots and it would be totally fine. It's just when it comes to information they don't want out, they just shut me down for all kinds of nonsense. Ed, yes, the shirt that I have on was available in the merch store, but the merch store took all my stuff down. So it will be available soon. There is shirts available on my website, but I don't think this design is up there right now. It will be soon though. Yeah, who threw? I know. I seen that live stream is live, but if he's a BLMer, he can use YouTube to try and hurt my account for streaming what he has. And that's why I don't cover people on YouTube, because even though I'm within my legal right to do that, YouTube doesn't care, and they will provide them with a way to directly hurt my account. And in certain ways, they can do it in one shot. Like if you get 3 strikes, you're done. They delete your channel. If you cover someone and you break 3 times, they have the opportunity to give you 3 strikes right there. So you could go from no strikes to a deleted account right like that, just because you covered someone else on YouTube. Because they don't care about the fair use laws, the copyright laws. They just care about their own system and functioning inside of it. Teflon sticks. How many arrests on said day has that been made public? The arrest from the riot in Kenosha? Probably not that many. I really doubt too many people were arrested outside of Kyle. Stewie, the merch store I go through right now is similar to like Shopify. I don't need a Shopify store because I already have a website. But the print on demand company I go through, they function with Shopify. So they're like kind of a part of that whole system, but I don't know. On the old merch store, I could put a design up and I could pick 65 different items and it would stick my designs on there, and I would just have to go through and make adjustments, and then bam, we'd have 65 different items with the same design. With the new merch store I go through, I have to do it all by hand, each individual item, every single shirt, every single hoodie, all that stuff. I have to do it all from scratch. There's no like template to build and stick on other items and stuff. Everything has to be done from scratch. So it takes a lot longer to put things together. But also, it kind of sucks that I can't sell worldwide with the new merch store. I can only ship to the US and Canada. Otherwise, I just have to take the cost of shipping outside of those locations. And there's no way for them to predetermine how much that's going to cost. So I could sell like a, I don't know, $30 t-shirt or whatever they're charging, because I don't make any profit off of it either. But then to ship it to Iceland or something would be like $65-$70, and they would just make me, pay the bill. When I sold the first like 4 or 5 shirts off my website, it cost me money. I paid like $10 or $15, and in one situation I paid like $25 to cover the shipping and handling for those orders. So I actually lost almost $100 on like the 3 or 4 shirts that I sold right off the website, just because like their shipping and handling setup is weird. Like it's weird the way it's set up. It's a pain in the ass. Doing merch is a pain in the ass. Drunken Spider, I've looked at Redbubble. Their reviews for the quality of their merch is not very good. And I don't want my hooligans paying for merchandise that is less than ideal quality. Yeah, I appreciate you, Soupbox Luke. Good morning, Kimberly. Please cover I can't even say the name, the Maxwell trial. I would look into it, Bailey. I don't know anything about that stuff. I don't know anything about all these trials coming up. I only know about the Kyle one because we watched it happen live. Raphael, we're just waiting on the jury to come up with a decision. It could be, I don't know how long they have. I don't know what the time limit is. I want to say they have like 10 days to come up with it if they decide to use that much time. V7, if I sold merch through private suppliers, I would be dealing with a whole nother business where I'd be having to like be hands-on with it and stuff like that. And I have a hard time trusting people. If people can't supply big numbers and they don't supply hundreds of people, if not more, it's hard for me to trust that they're going to do the right thing with my brand. Yeah, man, it's hard to make money with merch. I don't do it for money, though. I don't do the merch for money. It's just so everybody can rep their hooligan pride and stuff. I mean, I don't want to have to pay the cost every time someone buys a t-shirt, but I think I make $3 off a shirt and like $5 off a hoodie or something like that. I don't know. It's not about money. Roberto, you want this shirt in green? I have the designs. I'm gonna try and put it together. We'll see how it turns out. It'll be on the new merch store though. I'm not gonna add new things to the old merch store. I don't want to keep having to do that, because after such a long period of time, if that design doesn't sell an item, they just take it down. They take the whole listing down, and that's sucky. David, that's kind of the interesting things about these like political events that happen. If Kyle is innocent, if he's proven not guilty, everybody thinks there's gonna be all these BLM riots and whatever. That stuff's all gonna happen. But if he's innocent, think about how many people think, or if he's guilty, but think about how many people think he's innocent. How many patriots and pro Second Amendment people and all these people, they believe that it is self-defense. Now he gets proven guilty, he goes to prison the rest of his life. You know, all the mad people are going to be all happy and celebrating and smoking meth in the streets and stuff. All the Second Amendment people, all the patriots, all the people who think Kyle should be innocent, they're not going to riot. They're not going to protest. They're not going to do anything about it. They're going to be pissy on the internet, and that's it. That's kind of the thing that happens in this kind of subject, is you'll see like BLM Antifa protesters marching down the street, and you see the cops line up, like the bike police and stuff, line up and kind of block off the roads and let them march down the street. But if you see patriots or anybody non-BLM protesting or marching down the streets, they're getting roughed up, they're getting tear gas, they're getting pushed on the sidewalks, they're getting harassed about where's their permit to protest and all this stuff, and they just take it. They just take it. The Back the Blue people and all that stuff, they just get roughed up by the police and people who are trying to authoritate a protest or a rally, something you have the constitutional right to do. You know, the people who love the police let the police bully them, and the people who want to defund the police, they don't get bothered by the police at all. It's a weird conundrum that happens, and this falls right in that category. Although I think there'll be more pissed off people for Kyle going to prison than if he is proven innocent, nothing's going to happen if he goes to prison. If he's innocent, oh, everybody's going to be all mad because he was out here shooting people to save his own life. You know, he goes to prison for defending his life. People will be mad. They'll just be mad on the internet. It's a weird conundrum. Man, I'll have to check it out. I don't think I've seen it yet. Spoffy, did I try Trophy House? Is that a print-on-demand company or something? I've never heard of them. Good morning, Smokey SGT. Yeah, Sheepdog Pleb. I understand that they're using this whole Kyle trial as a way to like get at the Second Amendment. That's why they keep saying AR-15 as many times as they can. They pull the rifle out as many times as they can. They want to show it to everybody. They want to talk about full metal jackets and how dangerous they are and all that stuff. But that's kind of the danger of it. That's the politics of it, is they could prove him guilty just to say, oh, it's a bad thing to defend yourself, even if you're in the middle of a riot getting attacked by 3 grown men who are criminal offenders. Be scared. Don't buy the big scary AR-15 because they're huge and they're more powerful. And I don't know. They're trying to do all the scare tactic stuff, which is bad for Kyle. But I don't know. I think everything's going to shit anyways. If it wasn't this, it'd be something else. I mean, how many times have they done a school shooting? They stage those school shootings like on a regular basis at this point. When I'm playing the game and I'm playing with foreign people, that's all they talk about. They think America is nothing but school shootings. And it's because of the stupid TV. It's stupid. The way that we're projected out in the world, people think that we're just a bunch of overweight, spoiled, lazy assholes that have school shootings every weekend. That's what the world thinks of us. It's it's ridiculous, and it's because the media is controlled by the government, and so we don't have control over that. Morning, Brian. Morning. Look who's prepping now. Freebie, what do I think about the provocative accusation, no proof, no witness? I don't think they're going to be able to prove that Kyle provoked. The only thing I worry about is when they talk about Kyle provoking the conflict, they try to show when Kyle was knocked down, and I couldn't show this stuff because the stupid pew pew on the screen. But he like sits up and kind of like does this like swinging motion with the front of the rifle, but it's because he's sitting up. Like the way he's getting up on his ass, the rifle is moved to adjust himself for balance reasons. They're trying to say during that he pointed the rifle at the guy who got his arm blown off. But what I worry about is when he's being chased by the kid, or the guy that threw the clear bag at him and then cornered him where the cars are, and Kyle had to turn and shoot him. They're trying to cause that to be blurry. And what that could have felt like to the jurors, in my opinion, is that if Kyle wouldn't have shot that guy by the cars, none of the rest of it would have happened. Because he shot the first guy, everyone started saying he shot somebody, get him. The crowd moved to, start a conflict with Kyle. Kyle's running down the street, running from the crowd, who was triggered because he shot that guy. He had to shoot 2-3 other people because of that. And if he wouldn't have shot that first guy, it wouldn't have provoked the other shootings. It wasn't very clear, I think. I don't think that they proved that there was enough reason to shoot the first guy. Now, maybe in the jury's eyes they feel differently. I don't personally feel like they touched on it enough to show that he was in fear for his life, other than being cornered. He was being cornered because he couldn't go through the cars and there was that large crowd of people there. But they didn't really prove the threat for his life that well. There wasn't enough stuff on camera to really prove that. And so if they focus too much on that first shooting, they could really say, well, if that first one didn't happen, he wouldn't have provoked what caused him to have to do the other shootings. And so like I worry about that. There's also the hang up that I've talked to a couple people about the trial who feel differently than I feel, and they feel very strongly about it. And they think that if Kyle would have never had the AR-15 in the first place, none of this would have happened. And so just the fact that he had it alone was the reason that this happened. And the people who feel that way, I think, is most people that cry on the internet, I think they feel the same way. If he would have never had it, he wouldn't have been able to do the shooting because he wouldn't have had anything to shoot, which in a way is true. But a lot of people still think that he crossed state lines with it when he didn't. The rifle was already in Wisconsin. And even if that is the case, the judge already threw out the minor in possession charge. So even if they're mad as hell that Kyle had it and that was the part of the formula that caused it all, that wouldn't have been able to happen without him having possession, even if that is the key part, the key factor, Kyle can't even be charged with that because it's already been thrown out. So that's the only thing I think about that. Otherwise, I think he's totally in the clear, except for politics being in the way. Ed, your ex-wife is scared of the American flag. I think the association with Kyle and Trump and the American flag and Trump is just amazing. I think it's amazing that everything that is pretty much an American idea or belief is automatically associated with Trump. They're like, oh, Trump's a terrible person. But, oh, you love your guns? You must be a Trumper. Oh, you like to work and earn money? Oh, you must be a Trumper. Like, it's dumbest stuff ever. When I do those flag marches, the only negative stuff I hear in the comments and stuff like that is people who just assume I'm a Trumper. The flag's been here way longer than Trump has. I don't understand how people can be so ignorant. But that's also like the Holocaust. You start talking about Nazis and mandates and what happened during the Holocaust, people act like that's not what we're going through right now. These mandates and restrictions, the invasion of our privacy, the way they're trying to control us, a lot of the tactics are the same exact tactics that were used back when the Holocaust happened. It was how they took over that area. And when you bring that up now, people are like, what? No, that's not what, even though it's an exact match, that's malarkey. We're not listening to that. Just people are ignorant. I don't know. Sheepdog Pleb, yeah, I agree. You don't chase a person who's armed. Like, you just, it's not ideal. You don't want to catch the wrong side of the rifle. You don't pursue somebody who has one. But it's, it really depends on how the jury feels. Elderly people don't feel the same way that we feel. People who are in their 60s, 70s, they can't really picture themselves being in a riot. And so, they, like the one lady at the beginning, she was like, well, he has a machine gun. No, he doesn't. You just think he does because the way the TV portrays everything. So it really depends on how the jurors are as personal individuals, which we don't know who they are. We don't know what they look like. All we heard was that little bit on the first day where everyone sounded like, well, not everyone, but there was quite a few people who sound like full-blown idiots, and they had no business being on a trial that had to do with having rifles and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's up to the jury. Yeah, Austin Bolt, the guy's 5'8", 160 pounds, so he can't do any harm. He's just a harmless little guy. You'd be surprised how much that comes up. I've seen this in domestic disputes before. I've had friends that have had like severely crazy girlfriends, and whoever's fault is whoever's fault. But if you get stabbed by a 200-pound grown man, or you get stabbed by a 95-pound woman, do you still get stabbed? Are you still injured? Does the injury hurt as much, regardless of the party that caused it? I believe so. I believe if I was stabbed by the biggest man or the smallest woman, I would still be stabbed, and I would not be a happy guy. But the way the law works is if a giant man stabs you, you're a part of a fist fight that it has too much testosterone and boys will be boys and yada yada yada. But if a girl stabs you, well, what did you do to cause it? What did you do to provoke it? How did you get that to be the outcome? And yeah, maybe if it's bad enough, maybe they'll get in trouble. But in the end, they look at it as you're a big dude, they're a little woman. Same thing in this situation. They're like, oh, well, he's a short guy. He's harmless. He's just a short guy. You can kill somebody with anything. I mean, you can kill somebody with chapstick, right? You shove this in their eyeball, kill them, however you want to do it. Size doesn't matter. Like that stuff is for looks. And I think that's where the law gets blurred. I think that the discrepancy between man and woman, between sizes and stuff, dictates the law. Even though the law is very black and white, it has to do with actions, not gender, size, or anything like that. I think the law focuses on that stuff too much, and Binger wanted to use that to his benefit. He wanted to say, oh, he's just a little guy, shove him around like a rag doll. You ever want to kick the shit out of those little dogs that come up and bite your ankles? Like, you don't want to be bit by the big dog or the little dog. The little dog wants to come come get you. You're going to want to put your boots on their teeth. That's all there is to it. So, I don't know. They try to play on his size and whatever, but whether you're short, tall, big, skinny, small, whatever you come for me, you're catching it. That's all there is to it. I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate at all. Whether you got a wiener or not, you come for my life, and good luck to you. May the force be with you. So I don't know. They try to really play on that, but again, without knowing who the jury is, that may or may not have mattered. Douglas, you have friends that say what's happening today isn't like the Holocaust because we won't let that happen. We know better. Yeah, that's a big issue I see too. I see a lot of people saying, oh, we need civil war. Oh, do we? Like, do you even know what that would be like? People are like, oh, a civil war. It's going to be like when the Proud Boys clash with Antifa in the middle of Los Angeles. No, it wouldn't be like that. And even if it was between just random people in the streets shooting each other, like some Mad Max stuff, the government's just going to wait for they're going to wait for that to die down. They're going to wipe out whoever they don't want, which would be like 75% of the people out there because they don't know who they can trust. And then they're going to recruit and control who's left. And it's the lazy way out. There's problems that could be fixed now. You want to sit on your ass and wait for civil war. Well, that's not very productive. That's not progressive. You're not getting anything done waiting around. And I think that's kind of our problem as Americans, is we're just so confident that things will be a certain way that we don't feel the need to do anything. I don't need to get up and go outside and make a difference because someone else will. There's so many of us Americans that somebody will stand up and fight against this. I don't have to. I can just sit on my ass and it'll get resolved. And I think that that's kind of a big problem that we have. And I think the government knows it, and that's why they do what they do. They're not worried about blowback. Look at the mandates. They're like, oh, so you've been a nurse your whole life, or you've been in the military your whole life? Yeah, well, if you don't do what we tell you, you're fired. You're gone. You don't have medical freedom. You don't have religious freedoms. That's not for you. That's for the White House and up. That's it. They don't care. And everybody's like, oh, well, okay, we'll stand our ground. And then they'll fire everybody, and then they'll have shortages. Now we have shortages. Do they care? No, they don't care at all. They still blame everyone. They're like, yeah, the plague numbers are up again. We have high plague numbers, and we all need to be really scared because the Delta 6.5 is out, and we need to be real scared. And on top of that, we have shortages. We don't have the capacity to take care of everyone that has the plague. Oh well. And that's like all they're just like, oh, well, everybody should have got the jab and they didn't. So now they're fired and we're short staffed and it's your fault. Just like the White House tells us about the school. They're like, go get your kid the jab. And if you don't get your kid the jab, everyone's going to get sick and die. And we're going to shut the schools down. And it will be your fault because you didn't do what you were told. They don't care about us. They care about control. Wayne Gordon, Mo Reese is a patriot. Well, we'll see. I'll check it again here in a second. Liberty Sweetheart, if Kyle is found innocent, do you think a lot more people would be out there to protect their property armed like he was during the riots? Maybe. There's like a fine... It's very, very much location based. Out of all the riots we've covered and civil unrest and all kinds of stuff, it really depends on where it's happening. When the riots first started and Portland wasn't the way that we see Portland now, there was armed security in Portland. You were seeing people with ARs sitting in front of storefronts, just hanging out, not causing problems. They weren't Proud Boys or Threepers or Boogaloo Boys. They were not affiliated. They were just friends of the store owner who just showed up and made their presence known. Never had problems wherever that stuff was happening at that time. But then you get people who want to play G.I. Joe and want to be Call of Duty and stuff, and they let that stuff go to their head, and that's when problems happen. And so I think if Kyle's proven innocent, maybe in certain locations, people will be more confident to protect their property with using, bearing arms. But it really depends. I mean, where it's really bad, where the protests and stuff get out of hand, you don't see a lot of armed people. Hardly anybody, unless it's people from out of town. And so I don't know if it would be more encouraging or less encouraging. I know that that's like the focus point of the whole trial. It has to do with the Second Amendment and whether or not it's okay to defend yourself and stuff like that. But we live in such a dictatorship that I don't know. I mean, it's really location based, because I've like told everyone this before, like Michigan's an open carry state. I would never open carry here. And everybody thinks that's crazy, right? Like I've said this to the chat many times and they're like, you don't need a CPO, you can open carry. Yeah, if you want to be shot by the police, you can look on YouTube, look up Michigan open carry incidents, and you'll see there's like hundreds of videos where some random guy open carrying, walking down the street, minding his own business, has a squad car pull up, jump the curb, hop out, hold him at gunpoint, make him get down on his face, arrest him, disarm him, send him to jail. He goes to court. They figure it out a month later, 2 months later. Oh, he's innocent. Let him out of jail. Give him his bond money back or whatever. Either will or will not give them back their firearm. And good luck to you the next time you decide to go out there and open carry. Just because someone called the police and pointed a finger, now this guy's getting the terrorist treatment. He's being put down like an extremist and potentially shot and killed in the situation over following his right and following the law here in Michigan. And so I feel like certain laws are traps, like drinking, right? You're allowed to drink, not in a car, not in a public place, not outside. You can't have so much alcohol in your body when you're using a fire. Actually, I don't think you can have any alcohol in your body. I don't think you can blow anything above a 0 and be in possession of a firearm. It's like they give you these rights, but then they put so much stipulation on it that if you try to use that right, you're going to jail or worse. And so I don't know. Will people open carry more and protect their property and right? I don't know. I feel like it would be too hard to not do something, right? You're standing in your front yard, you're armed, your friends are with you, they're armed, you're not talking to anyone, you're not participating in anything, you're literally just standing out in the front yard protecting your house during a riot. People keep pushing you, They keep trying to invade your property. They keep trying to get at you. It seems like it would be too easy to just let them have it, and then you're in Kyle's situation. So I don't know. And then look at how people talk about Kyle. Kyle didn't want to die. He defended himself. Everybody's like, oh, he's a mass murderer. What? Like, they act like he's an active shooter. It's like, well, obviously you've never been in a position where you didn't want to die and you thought you were going to. Your brain doesn't exactly fire off correctly, when you're under the threat of death. And so, it's not a position you really want to be in. Spiller, no, I'm not going to be growing my dreads out again. I'm too old. My hair is too thin. It just will not support the dreads. Yeah, Shane, that's another reason why a lot of people don't open carry, is because then it makes you a target. Anything and everything that, is bad that happens around you, everyone's going to point fingers at you. And if you are in a hostile takeover situation, you'll be the first one to get hit because they know that you're armed. What's up, Steven? I'm doing pretty good. I hope you are too. Thinking of growing a mullet. I don't know why, but mullets are in right now. I've seen a lot of people talking about mullets. I have such a hard time reading your guys' names. Mammy Rammer. I don't know. Do you think the feds will pick up your case, or pick up the case, not my case? No. I mean, the feds were there the whole time. They were there the whole time watching the riots from the sky. They were just like, wow, look at all this great stuff happening. And then they're like, oh no, there's a shooting. They were like, well, were they all white? Yeah, they were. Oh, okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. Like, they were there the whole time. And they didn't make that known until it became a Second Amendment case. Until they were like, oh, this is going to be a big deal. It has to do with gun rights. Let's give them a little footage here. No, they're always watching us. I don't think they will pick up the case. I think that it doesn't benefit them enough. I just don't. I think that the reason the federal government gets involved is to manipulate things that they favor or don't favor, things that affect them directly, like election irregularities and stuff like that. I think that they interfere with that kind of stuff, not stuff that affects all of us. I think they mess with stuff that affects them. What's up, Kilgore? David Individual, I don't even know what that stuff is. Christian Watson, what do I think of police brutality? I think it's very situational. I don't think I don't know. It's a difficult topic, obviously. Right, we got BLMers and protesters and stuff that have been working on this for however long. I think it's situational. I think that I've been in a lot of situations where I've been in a car with 4 or 5 other people, got this car maxed out, we get pulled over, and I get targeted, and my friends don't get targeted. I've had that happen quite often. You're judged on your appearance. Let's just put it like that. Most situations when you're interacting with an officer, they're either judging you on your appearance or they're relating you to some other situation that you seem to be, to them, familiar with. You look like somebody that they had to shoot one time, or you look like somebody they recovered a bunch of drugs off of before, or the sound of your voice or the words you choose or your attitude, your tone is reminding them of some negative situation that they have been involved in, and now they're going to treat you as if you were that person. I've had enough interactions with officers to tell that they're just people too. They're just people too. So if you go to McDonald's and they fuck up your sandwich, there's officers out there that fuck up what they're supposed to be doing. That doesn't mean all of them are bad. It doesn't mean all of them are good. They're just people. We're all just people. We are all equal. And some of us make dumb decisions at the worst of times. And that's all there is to it. Now, sometimes you're going to get pulled over. You're going to deal with an officer and they're just going to be on the top of the world. Maybe they got promoted. Maybe their wife tuned them up before they went to work today. I don't know. But they might let you off with a warning. They might let you go. There's been times where I've had officer interaction where they talk to me and they're very civil, just as if they were like one of my friends. They're like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Blah, blah. And like, what's up? Not doing nothing. Just, out here. Oh, well, have you seen this? Because we heard somebody was out here doing that. No, I ain't never heard. I ain't seen nobody. All right, well, have a good day. Boom. No big deal. There's other times where I've been stopped by an officer and one of the first 3 things out of their mouth is, I really hate dealing with people like you. And it's like, I haven't even told them who I was yet. They're just assuming based off my appearance or the sound of my voice or the tone that they already know everything about me. And we're going to have an interaction based off their perception of who I am without actually knowing me. It's just because we're all people. And so as far as police brutality goes, I think that right there, what I just described, is the biggest factor in those issues. Because the way that most police departments set up a patrol is they have a person who lives in the area patrol that area because that officer is familiar with the environment. They can tell if something is off in their hometown or their, small neighborhood or wherever. They can tell. But what also happens is you get burned out. Like in the George Floyd situation, all the people that testified, the witnesses, the workers, the officers, all that stuff. When you listen to the witnesses in the George Floyd trial, they all talk about the police as if the police are always harassing them, as if you can't even wave at a cop because they're going to stop and talk to you for suspicion. That's how all the witnesses were talking about the police. But then when you listen to the EMT person, the other officers and stuff like that, they talk about the witnesses and they talk about the community as if it is scum. They're like, well, we're always dealing with these people and they always got drugs and they're always lying and they always got guns and they're always committing problems. That mindset, because these people are trapped in this environment, has them burnt out. The way I see a lot of you say, oh, liberals, I hate liberals, or I hate Democrats, or Democrats are like, oh, I hate Republicans. That is the same thing as being racist. You're being prejudiced towards an idea and you're saying fuck anybody that believes that stuff. Even if they don't know any better, they've never seen otherwise. You're just saying fuck them because they're ignorant. That's what happens in these situations. Those police are like, fuck these people, because every time I arrest one of these guys in this neighborhood, they're always up to no good. They're always causing these problems. I hate these people. I wish they weren't out here. And so when they get in a lawsuit situation, they come into a detained situation where they're like, an officer has to detain someone. The public is saying, oh, these goddamn cops are always harassing us. And the cops are like, oh, these goddamn bad guys out here doing all this bad stuff. And they hate each other. And they're stuck with each other because they're stuck in the fishbowl together. And so when you have people like that, yeah, there's going to be, abuse of power and stuff like that. It happens everywhere, but I don't think it's based off race every single time. Like a lot of people try and make it seem, if you have a predominantly black community, yeah, more black people are going to get arrested. Like that's just the luck of the draw. Like it's odds. It's no different than gambling. And so I don't think it's a race-based thing. I think it's just a human error. That's what I think. I think it's human error. I think cops should be rotated to be in new environments all the time, so they don't have that opinion in their head that all these people should be treated the same without a second thought just because you're used to seeing them that way. The same way as a lot of people in different areas either do or do not like officers. If you rotate it out enough, you're going to get an even blend, and you will know that you don't have to fear officers, or maybe you should be more cautious of officers. Usually a cop's not talking to you unless they're trying to get information about you. They want you to tell on yourself. But if you decline talking with an officer, that could be a lot of things. If you act like an asshole about it, they're going to treat you like an asshole. If you're like, have a good day, and you just keep walking, they might just let you go. So I don't think police brutality is a big deal in this country like it's portrayed to be. I know it's not an ideal situation. You don't want to be in a situation where you're getting your ass kicked by somebody that has more authority in life than you have. But I don't think it's as big of a problem as people believe. Sean, I really doubt they're talking about me on InfoWars. I don't know. I just doubt it. Somehow I just fall through all the cracks here. We've seen so many live streamers get brought up, and I just fall through the cracks. I've had people tell me a couple times that Salty Cracker has mentioned me. Never had anyone bring it to me. I've never seen the clip. 2-3 times now I've heard that Salty Cracker has said my name. Never, ever have I seen it. No one has ever shown it to me. I've heard 2 or 3 times now that I've been on Fox News or ABC News or something. They showed some article up in the corner and the Jeff Mack logo was there. You see my stupid ass sitting here in the corner. I've heard that, but I personally haven't seen it. So I don't know if people would like try to gas me up or if it's really happening out there, but nobody can provide evidence. But I highly doubt that InfoWars is talking about me. They might be, but I don't think so. David, are you asking me if I'm famous? I don't. It depends how you gauge famous. I think I'm a little famous. I'm not like big famous. I'm just like, I'm recognizable. Let's put it like that. I'm recognizable. I think my voice is more recognizable than my appearance. I still get people showing up. They're like, wow, you cut your hair? Yeah, a long time ago. George, you hear my name on all the streamers you watch? I hear that sometimes. I hear people running into other hooligans and stuff. It's interesting. Emotional double dipping. You saw someone mention that the feds may go after Kyle if he gets innocent. I don't know. I don't see why they would. Why would they? On national television, they say he's innocent in, you know, in this situation. So the feds are gonna go after him? I don't know. I'd like to say that people won't stand for that, but what are they gonna do? Nothing. So I don't know. I just don't see why they would. If he's on national television proven innocent, I don't see why the feds would go after him. They might go take all his stuff like they did Eddie Block, and they've done other live streamers show up and take all their electronics and stuff, but I don't see what else they would do. Thank you so much, Adam, for the donation and the support. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Look Who's Prepping Now, and Miss Gina. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I don't know why the feds would go after Kyle. Adam, you haven't seen my logo on the news. I've never seen it either. My mom was one of the people. She said she was up at like 3 or 4 o'clock getting ready for work and had something playing. I don't remember what she said it was, NBC Live or something. And they were talking about, oh man, something we were covering. Obviously. I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was January 6th. They were talking about the insurrectionists that they keep calling them from January 6th, and one of the clips they played, I was sitting in the corner and my Jeff Mack logo was at the top, and it was like a full screen shot, I guess. And my mom wrote me like 4 a.m. She's like, "Oh my God, I just seen you on TV." And I woke up, I was like, "You didn't see me on TV, I was sleeping." And then she's like, "Yeah, you were on this at this time, doing this, whatever." I'm like, "Okay." And like, my mom doesn't give a shit about me, so like, for her to call me, I'm not assuming that she was lying. I assume that she really did see me up there, but I've never seen any of that stuff. Trigger Crazy, yeah, I've heard that everybody was having a hard time yesterday. You know, what's really funny to me is how many people came to me yesterday saying, "You better be careful, because not only is everyone being shut down for live streaming the Kyle trial, but they're getting strikes." Yeah, you know why they're getting strikes? Because they're showing pews on the screen, and that's against YouTube community guidelines. That's why they're getting strikes, not because of the trial. But I thought that was hilarious, because people just cry so hard that I got to black the screen out, not by my choice, but because of the YouTube community guidelines. And everybody cries, and I got called a communist like 16 times yesterday. And it's all YouTube's fault. It's not my fault. I'm just doing what I got to do to get the information out there. And everybody's like, "Oh, well, this guy, he shows it. Oh, well, this person, they show it. Oh, they were showing the pews. You're a scared communist, blah, blah." Now they all got strikes. Yay. We're all learning stuff. Like, good Lord, that killed me yesterday. It made me want to just block those people. Like, you're never allowed to write me again, because you obviously have no idea what goes on around here. Like, sometimes that stuff gets to me. It's a hard job. It's a hard job. Nicotine Sun, absolutely. Yeah, Zoe, I guess I am famous in a certain way. In a certain sense. Thank you so much, Candace, for joining the membership program, and welcome to the family. You're officially a hooligan. Gun allergies. You guys crack me up. Yeah, Fox News can show the all the big companies, they can get away showing whatever they want to show, but no one else can. Jung, if you watch Crowder close enough, you'll realize how much Crowder pays for showing guns and stuff like that on YouTube. He gets strikes, he gets taken down, it happens a lot. He's not too big for it. He gets caught in the web too. But like Fox, CNN, the White House, stuff like that, they're exempt. They're totally exempt from the nonsense. Even like Right Side Broadcasting, for a while they were getting the same penalization that I was getting. Anytime something happened to me, an hour later you'd see Right Side Broadcasting bitching on Twitter. "Oh, they just got a strike. Oh, they got taken down. Oh, they can't go live for a month." Same time I would. Now they can pass over the radar. They can show Trump and stuff like that and get away with it. And sometimes they still get strikes, but it's not like it was. You got to get so much clout before YouTube will leave you alone. A lot of times what I do is I find the law showing that I'm legally able to show or do whatever I'm doing, and then I basically quote it. I copy the definition, then I send it to YouTube in my appeal. And usually that fixes everything, but you still got to go through the headache of the unknown. You're penalized first, and you're trying to get you're trying to get the strike removed so you can go live, and you don't know if they're going to or not, because they don't even know what the hell they're doing. Like I've said this a couple times, I've had an issue happen, like a strike, and I wrote YouTube customer service and got the appeal put in and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden my strike went away and I was no longer being penalized. And then all of a sudden I receive an email from customer service saying, "Hey, we're really sorry, but we were not able to approve your appeal. We're keeping your video taken down, and you'll be able to go live again in 30 days. Meanwhile, the restrictions were just lifted. So it's like the customer service and the system itself is very disconnected. is they do not communicate at all. So it's very intimidating to have to deal with YouTube's nonsense because they can't even control it. I've been in situations where a video has been taken down for wrongful reasons. Customer service admitted that it was wrongful reasons and then turned around and said, sorry, we can't put the video back up. Once it's down, it's down. Once your video is flagged, it's flagged. There's nothing we can do about it. You're just screwed. Sorry, we messed up. And that's totally how they operate. There's certain times where I get nervous if you see people on the screen holding dark objects, because if the algorithm thinks that's a firearm and my video gets taken down for showing a firearm on a live, even though this person's holding a flashlight or who knows, a fleshlight, for all we know, I'm still getting penalized. I still get a strike. My channel is still susceptible to being deleted because their algorithm messed it up, like, had a fluke, and they won't fix it. They don't care. Their system is so sloppy. For it being the biggest video platform in the world, their system is super sloppy. It's me. Are you smoking that? You smoking that Parmesan? You gonna tell me I'm anti-American because I use foul language, but I'm free as fuck, boy. That's why I can say that stuff. It's because I'm free. You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Telling me what I can and can't say is probably the most un-American thing you can do while trying to tell me what being American is. You need to wipe your face. You're crying too hard. Hop off your sister and go experience the world. Touch grass, boy. David Individual. Personally, I would ban anyone promoting Q. Yeah, there's been some issues with Q in the Discord and stuff like that. For a while, I was not tolerating Q stuff because it was getting servers banned. It's not so much now, so I haven't been so critical about it, but it's all fake. All that Q stuff is fake. I don't care what anybody says. That stuff is fake. If you watch all the crap they talk, it looks like a 13 in the clouds, and if you click your heels 2 times and you hear the bird chirp, then that means Trump is president. Like, but does it happen? No. They're like, on this day, this will happen. The day will come and go. On this day, this will happen. The day will come and go. It's like, how long will you follow that crap before you realize it's a bunch of nothing? It's a bunch of nothing. It's nonsense. And if anything, it's the government telling you what to do, right? Like, that's what I think Anonymous is. A lot of people still follow Anonymous and stuff like that. And I think that Anonymous is just a branch of the government. So the government has rules they're supposed to follow, not just according to our laws, but according to worldwide laws and whatever word means, guidance. So there's a way they're supposed to behave and engage with not just us, but other countries. But what if there's something they need done or they want to happen and they can't legally affect it in any way? Well, then all of a sudden Anonymous shows up or Q shows up or, something like that happens. And now there's been changes made and nobody has anyone to blame because some unknown entity was the one that caused the change. Well, that's super convenient for the government in most of these situations. And so I think Q and all that stuff, I think it's the same thing. So for Q, say they put a bunch of numbers and letters together and they shave a baby's head and there's, the code spelled out on the back of its skull and that means this. Okay, say that happens. Everybody who goes and participates, like the McAfee situation was a good one, right? So they had the McAfee situation and then they had a website that had a number counting down and was supposed to release all this information. When you go to a website, it obtains your IP address. If the government set up the website so they could see everyone who's so just gay for Q, They know every single person's IP address that went to that website in hopes of finding secret information provided by Q and McAfee. They know who all of you are, just like wearing a mask. They say, hey, you got to be scared. You got to wear a mask. You see people wearing a mask, you know who's scared, because their face is telling you. Like, I don't believe none of that stuff. I don't believe none of that stuff. Q and all that stuff, I don't mess with none of that stuff. I don't care if you guys do, but it's fake hope. That stuff is fake hope. Make you think good things are coming that never come. That stuff never comes. People wake up. They'll wake up sometime. It's up to them. What's up, Chase? Thanks for being here. Oh, my chat's always refreshing and then I miss what everybody's saying. I gotta scroll back up. I think it was Shane. Said you went to a bar in Washington. It was called the Hooligan Bar. I really want to check that out. I think I've been told that like 2 or 3 times now. Good Lord, I gotta scroll all the way up to figure out where that comment is. Shane went to a sports bar named Hooligan in Vancouver, Washington. Yeah, I want to check that out. Absolutely. Slushland, you're Canadian and we are free as fuck, not America. Good for you. Good for you. I've told you guys many times I dated a Canadian for years and she had the same attitude. And stuff cracks me up. It cracks me up how much Canada and America is alike. You take an American and you say, what's the greatest country in the world? And you say, America's the greatest country in the world because that's what you've been taught your whole life. But then you take a Canadian and you say, what's the greatest country in the world? They're like, Canada's the greatest country in the world because that's what they've been taught their whole life. But when you're an American and you meet a Canadian and you say, what's the greatest country in the world? And they say, Canada, you go, what? It catches you off guard because you've been taught your whole life that your country is the greatest country in the world. Life is funny. It's funny. Once you get out of the borders set by man, you start to really see what's going on here. Thank you so much, Paul, for your donation and your support. I really appreciate you. What's up? Prove it. Joe Dirt, why does YouTube allow gun channels? That's because they're not live. This is probably the biggest argument when people challenge me on whether or not I can show pew-pews on the screen. Not saying that you're challenging me or whatever, but a lot of people do. When I black the screen out and everybody goes, oh, what the hell is that? Blah, but you're a commie. And I'm like, oh, YouTube doesn't allow pew-pews on the screen. And the very first thing people say is, I watch gun review videos. I watch this, that, and the other. You ain't never seen that live. You've never seen that live because you can't show it live. There's different stipulations for going live versus showing videos. And I've actually thought about it. I think there's in certain instances where I can't show something live here, but I could show it on Twitch, Odyssey, Rumble, Facebook, stuff like that. It'd be totally fine. And then when I'm not live, I could actually take that video that I couldn't show on YouTube and I can upload it to YouTube because it meets the upload requirements, but it doesn't meet the live requirements. And so I might actually start implementing that for things that I can't show on the live because of the stipulations being different. Lots of hoops to jump through. Jason, we're just hanging out. I mean, I told everybody I wasn't going to sit here and ramble, and now here I am sitting here and rambling. But we're waiting for the jury to come back with the verdict, and we don't know when that's going to happen. So we're just kind of hanging out for now. I plan on shutting this live down. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance when we get to the end here. But I plan on shutting the live down, and then we'll just kind of be on standby for the verdict to come back. And depending on how that goes, we might like stream the White House and stuff like that. I haven't even checked the schedule, so I don't even know when the White House is supposed to go live or if there's anything else going on. Metal makes me crazy. I don't know how long the jury's going to be out. I don't know. This is like I want to say this is the second. Well, it's the second trial I've shown outside of the election stuff. And I can't remember what happened with the George Floyd one. I know it wasn't that day. It was like a day or two later, and I just happened to not be home when it happened, so I didn't end up streaming it. So I don't know how long it's gonna take. Probably not too long. Yeah, Cookie, I know. I'll check it out here in a second. Sitting here reading through the comments. There's like a heavy delay, so right now all the comments are like talking about Q stuff. You guys are going in on Q. Chris, well, I'll be live at 7. I don't even know our time differences. I'm on Eastern time. It's like 11:41 right now in the morning. I don't know what 7 your time would be, and I don't know what's going on at 7. So I don't know how to answer your question. Seth, we've been waiting. How long have we been live? Good Lord, we've been live an hour and 30 minutes. We've probably been waiting an hour. I think it's been an hour or so that we've been waiting. Man, do I have a Canadian baby? I do not. I did not have a kid with that Canadian girl. Thank you so much, Maganana, for joining the membership program, and welcome to the family. You're officially a hooligan. What's up, TYR? Bohemian Spirit? No, I did not hear about. I haven't heard anything about Poland at all. Ed, yeah, I know that Long Crime shows the pew pews. That's who we have on the screen right now. Although I don't have the source correctly matched up. But yeah, that's who's on the screen right now. I know they show it, but I can't. I've showed you guys the community guidelines itself. I pulled the actual community guidelines up from YouTube on the screen live in front of everyone. I can't. I just can't. I've been hit so many times with it, I can't. Juan, I have no idea what that image on the wall is supposed to represent. I don't know. I'm not into all that stuff. I know people see the images like you see on the screen and people are like, oh, that's a Masonic logo for the hidden society of pedophiles and some. I don't get into that stuff. I understand that it could be, can be, will be real or whatever, but until I have to deal with it face to face, I don't worry about it. I don't put no energy into that stuff. That's like aliens. You know who gets abducted by aliens? People looking for aliens. I mean, that's usually who it is. You know who gets eaten by sharks? People who go swimming with sharks. You know who dies in space? People who go to space. And so I've found it to be pretty easy that if you don't want those problems, you don't go to those areas. So I don't know anything about hidden societies or Masonic logos or any of that kind of stuff. I have no idea what that image on the screen depicts. There's probably all kinds of hidden meanings of where to find human traffickers and, you know, the national treasure and all that stuff, but I don't know anything about that stuff. I don't have energy for it. Kevin, I might be showing the Maxwell trial. A lot of people have been asking me about it, but I don't know anything about it. So hopefully when it goes on, people let me know and we'll cover it. Prove it. Am I going to be on Truth Social when it comes online? Talking about Trump's platform. I am not sure. I'm not sure. After what is it called? I almost called it Parvo. It might as well be Parvo. It's not Particle. Parlor. Is it Parlor? I don't remember. Whatever that website was, it was supposed to be a patriot website. It was all great, and you can come here and talk about election irregularities and whatever you want, and it's going to be free speech, and everything's going to be really great. Everybody was on there. Everyone was excited about it. Everyone was like, oh, Parlor is just the bee's knees. And then Parlor got censored because most of the online real estate is owned by Amazon, and what Amazon says goes. And when Parler decided they were not going to censor their community, they were taken down. Well, when they got taken down, they provided all that metadata from all their users to the FBI. The FBI used it to track every single person that was at the Capitol for January 6th. They used that metadata to find all those people. Can't figure out people in Afghanistan. Can't figure out who's burning cities down in riots. But here we are, basically picking people up at their house or their job when they showed up at the Capitol fully covered. You couldn't even tell what their skin color was. Somehow they knew who they were. They knew who they were because they had their cell phones in their pocket. Their cell phone was tracking their data to Parler, which also gave their geolocation. So the FBI used all that information in order to get all those people. Now, I don't do a damn thing in a day. The FBI ain't going to catch me doing nothing bad because I don't do anything bad. There ain't nothing to come jam me up for. So I don't have to worry about it for those reasons, but it's a trap. They come out with these platforms that are free speech or whatever, and they want you to go and speak your mind. So you can tell everyone that you fit the definition of an extremist, and then that platform can sell your information to the government, and the government can pick you up and slander you all over the news saying that you were some crazy person that they stopped before whatever, and paint you out to be a bad person. And then everybody else goes, oh, I knew that guy. I knew he was a crazy person this whole time. Now they finally busted him, blah, blah, blah. And you're gone and no one cares. So ever since that became a thing, I've been real sketched out about dealing with any kind of platform that goes too far to say that they approve of free speech. Because if they really approved of free speech, they would not be allowed on the Google store. They would not be allowed on the Apple App Store. They wouldn't be allowed there. Parler was specifically removed for those reasons. So any platform claiming that nonsense, but you see them on Google Play Store or on the Apple Store, they're not going to keep their promise. They're not able to. By their own listing, they cannot exist on those Play Stores if they're not going to censor their users. And so if you see that platform on there, then you got to know to a certain degree your information is being harvested. And yeah, you might be able to speak freely only until you give them enough information about yourself to criminally tell on yourself, for lack of better words, incriminate yourself. You're going to criminally incriminate yourself unintentionally just by speaking openly because you think you're able to. And really they're collecting your metadata, and that's what it's for. So as far as being on Truth Social, I mean, with it being Trump's platform, I'm sure that, you know, the best of intentions are going to be placed with the platform. The whole purpose of the existence of the platform is to be the opposite of Facebook and Twitter and stuff where they censor everything you do. That's supposed to be the intent. I I don't know if I'm going to participate in all that. I think I'm going to wait and see how it goes. Because now they got Getter, and Getter is the new Parler. I don't mess with Getter at all. I've never even been on there. I don't even know what it looks like. Just, I don't have an interest. I don't have an interest in it. It took me a long time to get on Gab, and I'm on Gab, and I don't even hardly do anything on there. I just post when I go live. Yeah, boss, I'm sure it'll be fine. All the trial stuff, they have court cameras. Like, they have cameras in court because of all the plague stuff. And so for a while, all the court personnel were speaking through cameras. And so now all the courthouses have, like, webcams and stuff like that. So even if nobody is allowed in the room for the trial, there most likely will still be a live stream. Hey, I appreciate you. Metal makes me crazy. I've never been to Hawaii. I think I would like to check it out sometime. I wonder how far of a flight it is from here. I do not like being on planes. I do not like being on planes at all. Not at all. I'm so morbid. If I gotta take a flight, I say my goodbyes to everyone. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm probably gonna die on the plane, so, you know, this will be the last time I talk to you. Everybody gets all bummed out and shit talking to me because I'm terrible. And then I get off the plane and they got to practically carry me off on a stretcher. I'm like throwing up, my head hurts, and I only been on a plane for 2 hours and I'm dying. I hate flying. I think I would like Hawaii, but I don't think I would like the plane ride. Lauren, I'm trying to think how to react to your comment. The pedophile agenda is real, and I totally get what you're saying, but if you have kids like most of us, then we have to pay attention to it. You don't have to pay attention to Masonic symbols to pay attention to pedophiles, because if pedophiles want to get your kid, what are you going to do about it? If the government's coming to abduct your kid, what are you going to do about it? You ain't going to do nothing. You're going to do everything you can, and then whatever they want to happen is going to happen because you can't stand to the government. You're not able to. If we could, we wouldn't be dealing with mandates and stuff. And so I understand what you're saying, and I totally agree. You have to protect your kids at all costs, no matter what. But I think trying to depict or come up with some sort of formula for the image that's on the screen right now to try and locate where a society of superpowered pedophiles are, I don't think that's keeping your kids safe. I don't think that matters. I personally don't think that matters. Anybody who's a part of a secret society of pedophiles, I don't think that relates to your kid. You go to Disney World, your kid gets abducted, then you can worry about the secret society of pedophiles. But I think if you're just sitting at home, and your kid's just going to school, and you're just living a normal life, and your kid never gets abducted, I don't think you really have to worry about what certain symbols mean on brick buildings that are 200 years old. That's just my opinion. I understand the concern for kids and stuff, but I think secret society searching, national treasure, QAnon crap is not going to keep your kids safe. I think that makes people crazy. I think it gives you too much to think about. There's no answers to obtain. And even if you did have all the answers in the world, what are you going to do about it? Nothing, because you can't, because you're just one person. Think about how many people believe in the Q stuff. Think about how many people believe in Bohemian Grove and all the stuff that the celebrities and politicians are involved in, like Epstein Island. How many people know about that? Nearly everyone on here, right? Nearly everyone in this subject knows about Epstein Island. What has anyone done about it? Nothing. It's because we can't organize. We're too busy fighting with each other to organize and do anything. And so that right there is why I don't give no energy to that secret society crap, because there's only one of me. If there was like 900 of me, 9,000 of me, I'd worry about the stuff because we could actually do something about it. But as long as people are fighting over stupid stuff, like really stupid stuff, I don't think there's any point in putting any energy into worrying about secret societies and stuff. I feel like you get more out of a Harry Potter book than digging up stuff like that. Because all you realize when you come to the end of it is that we live in a bad world where there's really bad people who are doing really bad things, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it because we're so disorganized and we're too busy fighting with each other. And that's the way life is. That's it. There's no more to it than that. And so then you have a dark perspective on life. It's hard to enjoy life when you know these pedophiles are out here trafficking humans all willy-nilly, and your life sucks because you know that stuff. So whether you know it or you don't know it, you can't do anything about it, so you might as well not give any time to it. It's just my opinion. Thank you so much, Burger Time, for your donation and your support. I really appreciate you, and I think you might be onto something. Don't look at the image too hard. What's up, Kendra? I can't even say what you commented out loud, but I respect your decision to identify that way. Cynthia J. You know who dies on planes? People that fly on them. That's a true story. That's a true story. That's why I get that way. That is a true story. I don't want to die on a plane, but sometimes you got to fly on them. It's, you know, it's a risk you got to take. Hearing people knock on the walls, they better chill out. Channel Q, since you're covering buffet of conspiracy today, what do you think of the chemtrails, real or not? I think chemtrails are absolutely real. You can see them in the sky, and people are like, oh, well, it's vapors. Well, then why is there a beginning and an end? Like, the plane's still in the sky. Like, at what point did the vapors start and stop? I think that stuff is... I think chemtrails are real. The government has information saying that the chemtrails are real, and they are part of a project that's supposed to, like, has something to do with the atmosphere. It's supposed to be good for the atmosphere or something, to counter pollution or something. But then you get into other stuff where they're like, you know, it's full of heavy metals and it's poison and it's mind controlled dust, and I don't know, I've heard all kinds of stuff. I think that the action of planes putting crap in the sky is real. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it does. I don't know the absolute reason of why they do it. But I totally think it's real. You can see it in the sky. And that's all I know about that, really. Man, I don't think that's good advice. Next time you fly, take those drugs that get people banned from flying. No, I don't want to be detained by whatever what are they called, flight marshals or whatever. That would be a new experience that I've never experienced before, but I don't really want to do that. I don't like flying. I hate it. YouTube's messing with my feed. Good Lord, what did I say? Who knows what I've said? David individual. Finger tattoos hurt. I swear, they hurt. I feel rough. Are we coming out of the buffering, or are we just going to buffer indefinitely now? All right, Chase, I'll check your message. Thank you so much, Mark Hill, for your donation and your support. I really appreciate you. Cloud seeding. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was part of the government's excuse for chemtrails. Geothermal engineering. Yeah. Yeah, we've talked about so much stuff. I'm not sure exactly what caused the buffering going on. YouTube's listening. That's all I know. Lauren in the liker normalizing pedophilia to our children. Yeah, that's when it becomes an issue. Worrying about Masonic logos and stuff like that, that's nothing. It's when they're in your school and they're like, yeah, your little boys need to wear dresses and your little girls need to wear, I don't know, a cup. Like, I don't know. I think that's when it's time to worry about it. When you got that stuff in your area, it needs to be removed. I haven't actually heard anything about that in a long time, about pedophilia being a mental disorder and they need help, not incarceration. Well, apparently if you ask Kyle, 223's helped that. So, I mean, I think we found a cure. Not quite sure. They better stay the hell away from me. I know that. Sure crazy. Talking about HARP. Yeah, I know lots about HARP. But I don't expose everything I know about HARP, but HARP is an interesting subject on its own. Mercy Rain. You don't like to fly either? Yeah, I'm definitely one of those people who could cause mass hysteria on a plane. I have to just shut the hell up and like sit there and think nothing and look at nothing. Because if I start talking to people and they ask me how I'm doing, I'm going to freak them out. I'll make everybody freaked out on the plane, and I don't want to do that. I have a hard time flying. All right, Steven, I'll see if I can find a feed and see what's going on with the stuff going on outside the courthouse. Thank you so much, Cassandra, for your donation and your support. I really appreciate you. Lauren, yeah, absolutely. That is why Tom Hanks went over there. It's because he knew when Epstein Island went down that he was going to be on the list. And I think that all the celebrities thought there was going to be a lot more blowback than there actually was over Epstein Island. And so they all went into hiding and all this stuff. And people tried to say, oh, they're being arrested and they're in Gitmo and blah, blah, blah. No, they're not. No, they're not. Who's going to do that? It's the top of the food chain that is corrupt. There's no one above them to discipline them or hold them accountable, which is why we're living in the state of the country the way it is. But I think that they expected more blowback than actually happened. So Tom Hanks went to Greece, where it's totally legal for him to be a devil weirdo. Bobby, do I know anything about the trust accounts they opened with our birth certificate? You mean with our social security number? Like our social security number being our asset number? We're an asset of the government. We're owned by the government. We're basically an item that goes out and makes money for the government, and having access to our accounts and stuff like that. I have read about that and like seen videos and stuff about that. I don't know if that stuff is true though. I don't know if that stuff's true. All right, let's see if we can find some images, stuff going on outside the courthouse. I kind of wish the judge would get on the screen and start doing some talking, tell us the history of the courthouse or something. He's a storyteller for sure. All right, so we got a feed pulled up. We're gonna see what's going on outside the courthouse. Just give me a second.
Free Kyle! Free Kyle Rittenhouse! He needs to be free! All right, let's get to 500 people. That's right, Cordell, free our boy Kyle. We got black people in the chat room support Kyle. It ain't just white people. We got black people that support him too. Free Kyle! Free Kyle Rittenhouse! All right.
If you don't support black folks, why are you supporting black music?
Free Kyle!
See, I don't know. This just doesn't look like the formula for a riot to me.
Free Kyle Rittenhouse!
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Like, protester wise,
Look at yo.
I don't know. It's like, what is there, like 10 protesters?
Ain't you hungry?
Ain't you hungry?
Ain't you hungry?
Go eat you another Whopper.
Your pea burrito head ass with them off-brand ass shoes.
Oh, you want a roast? I can play the dozens. Looking like a modern day fat boys. Modern day human beatbox looking ass nigga. Yeah, you look like you love to eat.
See, I don't know. I'm not seeing a riot come from this. They're not even like mad protesting. They're just there.
Nigga trying to roast me.
Your Paris national ass. Paris nation. Big ass income.
Don't worry about it. I don't get mad. I'm the king of roasting.
Black Lives Matter.
If we have a riot, it's gonna be over this guy talking shit. I'm telling you, they're just. For this being the day of the verdict, I'm really surprised there's not more protesters out there if they're so serious about all this stuff.
Free Kyle Rittenhouse!
I think it's funny that YouTube is flagging when people are tagging. They're not even just saying fat boy is
You're a minority.
apparently not okay on YouTube.
No, I'm a far right winger.
You are?
Yes,
You look like one.
I'm far right.
But why
I'll
do you
take it.
Jamaican colors though?
I'm far right. I'm the new far right party. I'm a coon. I'm surprised you ain't called me a coon yet. I'm surprised you ain't called me a coon yet. And they stay in their ground. They stay in their ground. See, you notice that one dude got in your face. I said, go to get in my face. I'm a dude. He wouldn't get in my face. I wish he would.
I'm from here.
Uh-huh. Burning down churches and stuff. See? Yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah. These people hate God anyway. They want to take God out of the school. They're taking God out of the schools. They want to kill babies, and they want to do the pronouns. They want to teach sexualize like children.
They're calling him JoJo like they know him. Right, and they say his life matters, but they don't worry about his baby's lives and their lives.
Hey, my guy Pepe said, we know intimidated. Tell her I love her sign.
They're always out here saying, they're not going to treat me on the wood.
Hey, I mute it while they got that music playing. I don't know where the music's coming from, but whatever. These glasses are killing my eyeballs.
Why did they support pedophiles? They have something in common with them.
When I came here, I thought I was alone. I was like, I'm by myself. Okay.
Our people are here.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll believe the riots when I see it. Because when it was the George Floyd stuff, they were out there, a couple hundred people, like every day of the trial. And they were like doing big marches, and National Guard was there and all this stuff. Most of these people we see right here, camera people. Was there like 10 protesters there? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. If they riot, we'll watch it, but just not seeing it.
Black Lives Matter, support Kitty Toucher.
He keeps standing next to that music. I'm not catching no copyright audio crap. See what I mean? Like yesterday, they kept flagging my video for copyrighted audio when there was nothing copywritten that was playing. Here we are. We have an actual commercial song playing. Just bloop. Right over, no worries. Not getting any kind of messages or anything over actual music playing that has copyrights attached to it. But okay.
I can't even advertise my own nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't put ads up for my events. Like it's horrible. And then it's Antifa dumps the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, and Queefa.
Yeah, everything that she's posed, the left, Antifa,
Science works in mysterious ways. Yeah, I see that the camera did change inside the courtroom, but I still don't see anybody
Whoa.
on the camera or nothing. I'm keeping an eye on it.
I'm static. I'm in recovery right now. So my testimony helps people reach recovery. These people are sober just with plans. They're like a Taylor straight to up and ask and say something. So that's why I come out here and try to talk to you.
Yeah. That's played out white supremacy.
They don't have anything in my balls. Shit, if there was, maybe my life would have been so bad I wouldn't have field tattoos all over my place.
The music is killing me.
Because of the tool, because of the products they sell, the tests, the treatments,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. It's a monopoly.
I'm pretty sure I can't let more than like 15 seconds of copywritten audio to play before I'll get flagged. Yeah, Edward, that's probably the most frustrating part of doing what I do, is people telling me what to do like I ain't never done this before. But I have to have grace. Every new person here, how would they know if no one told them? So I gotta have grace for them, although it is super frustrating, especially when it's like a crunch time, when there's like a lot of stuff going on and then I'm being censored at the same time and people are like, unmute the screen. I'm like, oh, I can't unmute it. There's music playing. YouTube's hovering over me. People want me to answer their questions. I only got 2 hands, 1 wiener. It's like, good Lord, what do you want me to do?
Amen.
Right, definitely like and share him because we need people like him out here. So the more you promote people like him, the more they come out here and be by people like him.
David Individual, do we know where Cardi B stands on the Rittenhouse trial? Oh, hold on a second.
Yep,
Click something. I don't know what that was. Cardi B. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know
say it
what she
again
would
for
have
the-
to say about this.
Emily, EMILYCAHILL. Emily Cahill.
All right.
Easy.
All right. Take notes. Y'all can put it in the chat room, all right?
Yeah.
Whew.
Lauren, do you agree that they play music just to keep live streamers from streaming?
Yeah.
I think during Antifa protests and stuff, they do. I'm pretty sure they do play music to prevent people from live streaming. I don't know how active that tactic still is because protesting has died down so much, but I know that there was that was a strategy when there'd be like Antifa riots and stuff. In this situation, I don't think that's what it is. I think they're just playing music because they're bored.
All right. We are out here, y'all.
Like when I go on a flag march or whatever, I think about that. I think about how quiet it is to be walking around and being silent, which is why I talk so much when I do a flag
Shut
march.
up, Arthur. Hey, thank you for the super chat. hey, Arthur, you know if you didn't have no wrench, they'd have been zapping your ass. You and RBR would have been zapped. They'd have got. See, that's why I get blue to y'all motherfuckers. I believe in freedom of speech. Like 500 people up in there. All right. Are you cold? Of course you're cold.
Fuck yeah, I'm cold. Do I look cold?
All right.
Sure, crazy. Yeah, I know I'm doing it all wrong. I knew that. I knew that as soon as I signed up for it.
Keep you a little warmer, right?
Damn.
Nacho said I'm a troll.
Huh?
Nacho said I'm a troll. Mo's on the front page of Fox News. All right. Good.
Shit. Thank you, thank you. Oh, that's awesome. Stop it, RVR. Shit. I didn't even get to enjoy my coffee today. That's fucked up.
I just switched over to the
Much love, yo-yo.
courtroom camera
Love from
to
Jeff
see what's
Mack.
going on in the courtroom, and there's nothing going on. But I seen on
She's standing her ground out there.
Law and Crime,
they resonate
because that's who I have pulled over.
You know.
Someone just put in a $500 super chat. Like, that's crazy.
Kelly
That's
divorce.
super crazy.
Stop it, Bob. All right.
That was funny.
All right, let's get up to 600 people.
Lion, bet you it's a Newport. Do they still sell Newports? Isn't Newports banned now? Or is that like not a thing? I know they were trying to ban Newports because I guess they're unhealthier than other cigarettes.
I feel bad for that dog.
For those of you that have seen my
You said something about your mom's being so weird.
music
There's a couple
video
moms in here got
that
different
I have on
opinions.
here,
I don't want y'all blocking them.
I don't remember what it is now. This is me, maybe? I don't know. The music video where I'm actually in the music video,
So,
I don't know if you guys realize, but in the beginning of it, I'm smoking a cigarette. I actually smoked cigarettes
Trust me, I've been here,
hardcore
dude.
back to back for 7 years, and then I quit when I was 21.
God damn boring.
Face will make a
Excuse
great
my
punching
French.
bag. Cotto said my face will make a great punching bag. Okay, I'll take that.
Who said that?
Somebody, some guy I never seen said that. Will you straighten the riots if they happen? I won't even be out here for the riots.
Fuck no.
I'm getting out of here.
Right.
That's right.
I ain't trying to.
New, and they're trying to ban Newports in New York. Maybe it's just Michigan that they were banning them. Maybe it's not a
Go ahead, watch
nationwide thing.
yourself. No, we got these people with the blue. When I say back the blue, I back my wrenches.
Right behind me, but I don't know where they went. They're everywhere. Look, they got scopes on us on the building.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody doing shit.
All right, we got 500 likes. This probably gonna get about 20,000 views. The way the pace is. Not counting the replay on this.
You know, I wish I made $20 in views. I don't make nothing off
Anybody see
views.
some slurs, time them out. And if you see it do it a second time, hide them. Thick skin only. Fox will make you look like BLM.
Smoke a Maverick over a Pall Mall. Man, I used to smoke all that stuff. I used to smoke Marlboro Reds like hardcore. Hardcore.
How the fuck can they do that?
Like nearly 2 packs a day.
See your hat. See,
I can't even imagine doing that now.
This is my thought. I didn't want to.
$15 a pack in New York.
Damn.
When I quit smoking cigarettes, they had just got
I mean,
over
it's good. I didn't wear the
$5.
MAGA hat.
No, that I feel like would have been an out, and I don't want people to have any out on that because it ain't about Trump. It's about what's right.
Danny, the way that I quit was I talked about quitting all the time. And then when I would go outside with everybody to smoke a cigarette, I'd be like, hey, let me get a cigarette. I used to call them squares. Let me get a square. And they'd be like, well, I thought you quit. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I forgot I quit.
Black
And that's the biggest thing is remembering that you quit. So if you verbally say you quit all the time to everyone around you and you don't have cigarettes on you, people will be hesitant to give you a cigarette. And if you're disciplined enough,
and your phone
that hesitancy
my pocket
will make you commit to it. You'll be like, oh yeah, you're right, I quit. And if you can make it a day, you can make it 7 days. If you can make it 7 days, you can make it a month. If you make it a month, you quit. I decided to quit and I quit. And that was it. I like never falled back or anything.
All right.
I don't miss it.
Thank
at
you for the
all.
super chat.
Thank you, much appreciated.
Thank you so much, RV Sarah, for your donation and your support. I really appreciate you.
Please hit that super chat. We need it. I'm hungry. I want White Castle.
We get the White
I'm
Castle.
cold. I need
There's a White
coffee,
Castle not
damn
far from here, Jack.
That guy kills me. He keeps
Yeah, I know, he's just rolling around.
the
He
center.
remember that dude in Milwaukee that do that.
Please put it. The Kelly is Hungry Fund. Tell Mo to feed me.
What's up, donor?
BLM castles.
He's pimp riding.
Cruising down the street in my thick boat. Rocking the bitch, slapping the hoe. Went to the park to get the scoop. Knuckle out there shooting. I forgot.
What's up, Red Side?
Cause the boys in the hood are always hard.
Those the big boys.
What are the big boys?
They got security for real. He ain't joking, goddammit.
Okay, I'm gonna go over there. You need anything? I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna cover them over there.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask a cop when I sit in his car.
Too bad ain't no coffee shop across the street.
It was a trolley that came through here for real.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's all we did that.
I said, oh.
They ain't got no snow. I think we got snow out in the yard. I haven't looked outside yet today.
It's an old school town.
I have to make sure I do that.
Kenosha, it's a little classic over here, man. You know.
Man, it takes
Hey, thank
30
you for the
days
super
for
chat.
donations to be received.
Kayla,
So anything you guys
Thank you.
donate to me,
Appreciate it.
or if you subscribe to the membership program, or for everyone that watches a commercial,
Free Kelly.
whatever that accumulates, I won't get it for 30 days, and they just tell me an estimation. They don't even tell me how much it's
Look
going
at
to
how cold
actually
she
be.
is.
I am cold.
What's up, Chris?
I'm not gonna front. I am cold. But
She's
look
right
at
here.
I actually wore.
I'm gonna show you what she got on.
Pants.
She got on the band. Look at her. She right here, Jack.
I got on a sweater.
Zachary, you got a couple inches of snow in the UP. Yeah, I don't think we've got that much, but when we did get it, it stuck for a little bit.
You.
Fuck. Cold.
I wonder who's doing over there.
Go walk around.
I'm gonna walk around, everybody.
I'm gonna freeze right here.
If you walk around, you won't freeze.
What's up, Sherry? Thanks for being here.
We right over here. Thank you for the super chat again. Thank you for the super chat. Right here, we just walking around. We're live here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Live here. We out
Yeah,
here,
so
Jack.
Box Luke, yeah, it takes a minute for it all to go through.
What up? Same old same. Pretty good. How you doing? This out here, man. This out here. Oh, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. All right. Let's do this. Uh-oh. This was some action. Kelly called me, so action. Let me go look. Call me Action Jackson.
DB, yes, I do have a P.O. box. If you send me an email or hit me up on Discord, I'll give you the P.O. box address. I don't have it posted because I don't want idiots to send me stuff they're not supposed to, like a dog's head in a box or anything like that, because I sure as hell get emails and stuff like that. I just don't want to have to send police after people because they're idiots and they think they're going to be funny and send me something they're not supposed to. So I don't have it posted.
To the street to find the police! I said we gonna take it to the street to find the police! No justice! No peace! I said go take it to the street to find the police! No justice!
So you want to defund the police because Kyle shot people because there was no police there. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
You guys may be right. Maybe they will riot. Maybe we'll have another Kyle show up. Who knows? You know, if they riot, they're going to keep close tabs on Kyle. But they don't want the Kenosha kid out there hunting down protesters.
Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo!
Exactly.
Anthony and JoJo!
Say their name!
JoJo!
What's their name?
Anthony and JoJo!
I like your hat. We the people.
What's up, Skulls? Thanks for being here.
Back up.
Take this! Babe! Babe, I'm right here! Take this! Hey! Put your mask on! No!
What's up, Snooks?
Were they on camera? Okay, I'm glad the sheriff over there. I was gonna say, thank you. Yeah.
Get the men in.
Look at the police. They're like, don't you guys get started. You know we got the kid right inside. Don't make him come out here. Straighten you guys out.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
Get a woman's face.
Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and
You want to
JoJo!
hold this camera and not swing?
Yeah.
Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo!
Soapbox Luke. I don't know if Kyle's friend's going to get off the hook or not. Because they dropped the charges for Kyle. I don't know how that's going to work.
Black Lives Matter!
Crystal clear, what's the poll going to be about?
Because as if this is going to be productive. Don't yell in nobody's fucking face.
Sheriff got that. Sheriff's right there. That's the sheriff right there.
Anthony and JoJo!
They watching.
Anthony and JoJo!
They literally thought they were going to put that man stepped in. Salute to him. That guy right there in the blue sweater. They both stepped up.
Anthony and JoJo! 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 Anthony and JoJo!
I don't trust that old thing.
He keeps trying to tell his girl to do some fat bitch.
What's up, Hydrodynamic? Maybe it will. I'm interested to hear more chanting though, because you know this is really not a race thing. So what's up, Brian? Thanks for being here.
You're talking to the wrong.
You got me on the big screen, Cynthia J. I'm life size, hanging out in the living room.
I'm gonna go right in their face over there.
They don't have no fucking.
I didn't come and knock you off of this stand because you're a woman. And that's a black woman, whether he like it or not, he don't come bump her. And you should have said, I'm being a woman, you should have said,
What's up, Talon Blue? Oh, they're starting that race stuff. Special treatment based on skin color. Let's not do that. What's up, Thunder Chicken? This is pretty much the most eventful stuff that's happened so far today.
Ass not gonna get whooped here today. Just use your voice. Because my ass ain't gonna get whooped today. My ass is not gonna get whooped. And I'm not worried about it. I know my ass is not gonna get whooped.
No, just
I'm gonna use my voice today. I'm gonna use my voice. I'm not gonna use that shit. We are American people, all of us. That's what we fail to realize. This is all of our land. And unfortunately, some people don't act like it. That's why I drove here from Chicago. To remind them this is all of our land. We want to share it, is what I'm saying. I
don't want to share with this. And you're part of the problem. We don't want you here.
I guess I was wrong. I guess they can turn a problem out of nothing. Interesting. Trick Crazy, you got me on the big screen too? Where your clothes at?
You don't have to do that, sweetheart. See, that's the problem. They okay talking, but they have to keep it back here. You don't have to do that.
That girl's got a fuck Kyle shirt on with a picture of him crying.
You're the loudest, ratchetest motherfucker.
That's something.
You are the loudest, ratchetest motherfucker here. And you're playing right into the sign for the media. Way to go. Way to go. Be ratchet. Be ratchet. Be ratchet.
I wouldn't be talking if I had oppositions and stuff like that, I would just sit there and smile at them. I think it's funny. You can't converse with people that don't want to have a conversation. And I don't respond to barking. Yeah, on Law and Crime YouTube channel, a person donated $500 and wrote Blue Lives Matter. That's some dedication. That's crazy. There's still nothing going on though. Hopefully the jury will have this wrapped up today.
Take your little white supremacist cash back home.
Soapbox Luke, yeah, I have Cash App and PayPal. I don't know if Cash App takes a percentage. PayPal has a processing fee, but YouTube takes like 30 or 35% of all donations. Parabellum, they all need Molly Ranchers. I don't know, some of these people, it might not be enough for them.
Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo!
Who is that?
JoJo!
Who's Anthony and JoJo?
JoJo! Anthony and 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 JoJo!
Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo!
Hilarious. I don't get offended by y'all today. Y'all get offended by a fucking sign. Triggered by a fucking sign.
Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo!
Triggered by a
Anthony and
sign.
JoJo! Anthony and JoJo!
Nobody outside.
Anthony and JoJo!
I think it's funny to see so many people wearing like real tree camo and just like hunting. It looks like hunting gear, because that's what everyone wears here in Michigan, at least where I live in Michigan. Everybody wears the same clothes that most of these people are wearing. Just, you know, Carhartts and real tree camo stuff, but if you're talking about city stuff, I don't know. It's looking real familiar. You could tell they're in Wisconsin.
Burning this shit down over their life. What you mean?
Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo!
I'll tell you this week,
Anthony and
the kids
JoJo!
that he hurt have peace of mind now. So I don't care about him being killed. The kids that he hurt have a peace of mind now. I'm happy that he was killed. I'm so happy that child molester was killed, because those kids have a peace of mind now.
Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo!
They value property more than their own lives. Yes, they did.
Anthony and JoJo! Anthony and JoJo!
They should have came out, right?
Anthony and JoJo! 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 Anthony.
Oh, for Huber and Rosenbaum. Okay, so that's okay. I don't understand that though. Why? I don't understand why you would feel bad for bad people like that, but I don't know. It's just the way my brain works, I guess.
Why does it fucking matter what I got to say?
Ryan, they're ready to do their holiday shopping. It's about to be Black Friday for real.
Give a fuck!
Black Friday is coming up. When is Black Friday?
What's the name?
I think Black Friday is not this Friday, but next Friday. It's weird because there's normally so much advertisement for Black Friday deals, but the imports are all out in the ocean right now, so they're just kind of not doing that, I guess.
If we don't get it, shut it down. Until we get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. Black Lives Matter.
Zachary, do you think someone will show up to hand out White Claws? I don't know. I think they need it. I think they need some White Claws.
Man, I'm so
That's how they know you're friendly when you show up and start handing out White Claws.
Hey, I want everybody out here to know this ain't about no motherfucking Black Lives Matter, none of that shit. This is about white supremacy. This is about white supremacist values being upheld in the city of Kenosha. This ain't about that. Black, white, indifferent, it does not matter. This is about human life. And if you feel like a building is worth more than a human life, you got a lot to learn. You got a lot to learn. You got a lot to learn. It's not about a black life or white life. It's about human fucking life. And if you cannot put a veil over your eyes and see that white supremacy is rotten. It is rotten.
That's not
What's up, Ho?
Look at the law.
That's the problem. We
Look at the law.
acting like we don't know
Look
it
at
exists.
the law.
Let's not do that.
This is clearly.
Racism needs to end.
This is clearly an injustice orchestrated by white supremacy.
This is white on white crime.
White supremacy.
Is this white on white crime, right?
It's just a crime to me. I don't need to put a color on it. You guys need to do that to go
This ain't about.
Don't make it make sense. You're gonna make them all mad.
on white.
Don't you know white on white crimes, white supremacy, something? I don't know.
It is very embarrassing.
My question
It's very
is.
embarrassing. 'Cause two people
My
did.
question is. This
Yes, he
plan
did.
isn't legal
He
for
defended
us
himself.
to
You don't run on nobody with a knife or a gun.
When is that legal?
God bless you.
When is that legal?
God bless you.
When your life's in danger, that's when it's legal. Weird. Weird.
That's right.
Some teachers should show up.
White supremacy.
Some historical professors and whatnot. Fill them in. They don't know what's going on.
And you're a dirty ass media. Y'all about to.
You're going to see the defense attorney come out and be like, look, you guys need to really calm down. You're getting Kyle really riled up in there, and, you know, there's only so much we can do. If he comes out here, it's going to be on you guys. Don't start rioting. Don't start rioting.
Continue to do it.
We got the kid inside.
I would go to the top of the mountain also when I know things like this are ending. I would do everything in my power to try to keep it going.
That's right,
But it is
that's
over.
right.
It is over, sweetheart. It's over. It's over. Your comfort zone is changing. Your comfort zone is changing.
I don't have a comfort
No, it
zone.
doesn't make sense that you are here trying to promote death. It does not make
Promote
sense.
death. What are you talking about?
No one is promoting death, bro. No one is promoting death. That is not promoting death. Self-defense. Oh, I sound like a broken record. I said the same thing to y'all. Y'all don't listen. The same thing. I already spoke on it. You don't have to hear me because I don't hear you.
You need to go take yourself a nap. Because I'm sure you live out here.
What's going on,
You're here
YouTube?
to antagonize. You're not here to use your voice to
I'm an
rule it.
activist.
That's why
I
all
travel
you
to
do is
DC.
video. That's why all
I am an activist. I've been in England with Chicago. I'm from Chicago.
You're here to create a
Okay.
problem. And you
I am-
should go home.
I have been made
You
a
should go
difference.
home.
I
Because
love
you're here to create a
everybody.
problem.
I love
Thank
everybody.
you so much, Alan, for your donation, your support. I really appreciate you.
49 years old.
Can't say Black Friday anymore.
I sound acting like that. You
Is
act
that for real, or are you just trolling me? I'm
fucking
gonna end up getting canceled. I'm just too damn traditional. My lord.
I'm just saying, we come.
I got a problem with people dying. I'm gonna keep.
I have a problem with people dying too.
Keep doing this ignorant shit.
I have a problem with people dying.
I've been doing it for hundreds of years. Look where we at. They need to be scared of.
We here to stop a problem. You see what this sign says? End racism.
I ain't got time for this.
Can't deal with ignorance.
I can't talk because I'm not solving nothing by talk. I'm not solving anything over here with this. I'm not solving anything by screaming. You can't solve nothing by it. You can't solve nothing by screaming. I'm not gonna do it. They want to get in face now, and
This isn't about black or white. What the fuck? I can't make this make sense.
I didn't come to
I
attack.
guarantee they support abortion. I guarantee it.
That woman is on crack.
She's fucking on here. She's
She
out here
awesome.
on some. Let me represent the fake Black Panther Party and go hard to be on the news. I'm not trying to get in trouble and lose my fucking career over dumb shit.
Oh, that dude's right next to the lady. He got a gun on him. He's strapped.
Huh?
That dude that's right next to the lady, he's strapped. He's waiting. No, the white dude that was right next to the lady. Remember, he's right next to her. Yeah. So she good. She trying to antagonize me. I said, no, let me walk away, bro. I'm gonna walk away because I don't do violence. Oh my God.
What's up, Tina? Aaron, I do not have a cat because where I live does not allow me. Otherwise, I would have a cat because I love cats.
Hey, Arthur,
Cats love
I am
me.
not running.
That's the way it
I
is.
don't want to go to jail.
I'm a cat whisperer.
I'm too old to go to jail.
Me too, buddy.
So don't run.
Me too. Too old to go to jail.
I'm still here as I'm running.
Who threw the guy with the plate carrier says security? Jack called him out as a fed. That's
They walk close to me,
interesting.
I walk away.
Jack be saying crazy stuff. I follow him on Twitter.
They hit me, I'm hitting back. That's it. Yep, keep your distance. One of my guys got shanked from being in the crowd. Sometimes you gotta watch yourself. All right, anybody just tuning in, welcome to my YouTube channel.
I got a package.
We're live here on YouTube. Welcome to the Thick Skin Only. And you know me, I'm very experienced. I've been there in 2016 and 17, and I ain't trying to incite no violence. They're probably trying to come and say, oh, you stormed this. No, I ain't storming nothing.
All right, let's think of a poll.
likes up, yo.
What are we gonna put up for a poll?
We got 700 people watching.
Stacy, my Cash App stuff should be in the description. It's $ the Great Jeff Mack, capital T on the, capital G on Great, and then Jeff Mack spelled according to how you see it on my username.
Right, I ain't defending whiteness. Oh, good Lord.
Second half, you're getting the 18 Coronas in your fridge tonight, huh? I need to do a beer run. I need to drink coffee. I haven't even had coffee today. Scared to walk away. They're gonna put a pew pew on the screen. Kyle's gonna come out. The Eagle's gonna fly over. I don't know. I don't know if I got time to make coffee. Death Striker, how's this man have so many freckles? I kind of wish I had freckles like that. I don't know why. I like freckles. Like, I just think it's neat. It's a neat attribute. Some people are just like that.
Yep, you're right. Be smart. Do not feed the fire.
A cat or a dog poll. Well, we might do that. That sounds interesting.
We're live in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Oh, no. It's not me. It's him. I mean, I don't want to celebrate other people's failures, but I'm pretty thankful that it's not me buffering right now. See, I wish I could do a poll. Well, sort of. I kind of wish I could do a poll where you guys could write in your own answers. Instead of me having to ask a question, then provide 4 very limited answers because they only let me write so many characters and I could only have 4 questions. I mean, it's fun and all, but I really wish that you guys could write in your own answers. Although some of you may write severely inappropriate answers, which is probably why they don't allow it. Dang, did this guy's phone die or what happened? Keep checking on the inside of the courthouse to make sure we don't miss the jurors. Death Striker Discord is down. What? Hold on a second. I have no idea what's going on with Discord. Weird. I will have to look into that. Alright, let me see if I can fix this. Morning, David. Thank you so much, Alan, for your donation and your support. I appreciate you. Yeah, he went down. No, Death Striker, there is something going on with the server. I don't know what's going on with Discord. I just tried to type something in there and it said that it's not connecting to the server or something. Hopefully we haven't been deleted. All of Discord just went down. Well, as long as it's not just my server. We're all in this together. I got his page pulled up. We're going to see if he goes live again here in a second. Right Side Broadcasting is there. Thunder Chicken, the jury's been deliberating for like 2 hours at this point. Chris, I hope they come up with the verdict today. This is what I think we're going to do. It's almost 1 o'clock. This is when we've been going to break. Pretty much for the last going on 3 weeks now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a lunch break because I haven't had coffee or anything today. And so there's nothing going on right now. The guy just went down. We'll go to, I don't know. I'm not going to set a time because I don't know when there's going to be stuff happening. But we're going to do the pledge. We'll wrap everything up. We'll do our shout outs. I'll get everything set up. I'll be on standby. And then if people come back with protesting out front, or if the jury comes back, or if the White House thing happens, or something happens, then we'll go live. I'm going to keep an eye on the Discord and figure out what's going on with that. I know all of you said that Discord is down all the way around, not just my server. But if it goes back up, then I will be in touch with everyone on Discord to keep everyone updated on what I'm seeing and when I'm going live and stuff like that. And I think that's what we're going to do. So if you're new here, please subscribe or follow on whichever platform you're currently watching right now in order to be connected to help my channel grow and potentially bring in new viewers to see what's happening around them. Let's get everything set up for the Pledge of Allegiance. Join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so let's get some shout outs in and then we'll wrap this up for now. Thank you so much, Bones Mama, Jagger, Red Zot, Miss Gina, Look Who's Prepping Now, Adam, Soapbox Luke, Paul, Burger Time, Mark Hill, Cassandra, RV Sarah, Raging Rita, Alan. Thank you guys so much for your donations and your support. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Big shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership program, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you, and I would not be able to do this without you. So thank you so much for being here and showing all your support. I would tell everybody to join the Discord, but apparently Discord is down. If you're able to join Discord, you should definitely join the server. It's worthwhile. All the hooligans are there, and I try to provide lots of resources to keep you up to date on what's going on around us. So like I said, we're going to take a break right now. I assume we're going to be going live here again shortly, probably not too long from now. So definitely go get some food, get something to drink, maybe get a beer for later. I'm going to do the same. Hopefully we have a verdict today, but it looks like we're going to have some protesting. And we'll see what the White House is doing just for shits and giggles. We'll see how it goes. But thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. And until the next live, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.